Hey everyone, this is River Surges Sunlight with the travel aspect, and this is Habsburg. Let's see where the initial explorer goes. It sands. Means we are going to blight in our city land. It seems fine though. That will be only 6 damage, so no Habsburg loss condition, so that's not too bad. And then we can probably prevent the ravage here. That's G2. Let's put presence here and here. And then we play Wash Away and River's Bounty. Gain, pay, flip. Have no fast powers, do an event, goodbye gradual corruption, and then we build in sands, build a town here, nothing here, then we drag something in here, and we explore in mountains. Okay, then we have slow powers. So I could, of course, instead of washing away this land, now also wash away in the mountain. But if I put anything into this land, then there will be adjacent towns here and we take a loss condition. So maybe I don't do that. Unless I push one explorer out here, then it's also fine again. It's unfortunate that we can't reach this mountain yet and prevent the build. Because allowing Habsburg to build cities or like build coastal things and get cities is what is kind of dangerous for River, because River can't deal with cities very well. Okay, yeah. I could push the town out of land 2 and push this, empty this land. It's also an option. Maybe I'll do that. Okay, so I'll wash away, push this and this and this here. I will use River's Bounty, gather these 2 Dahan in here, add an extra Dahan, and generate 1 energy. This turns this into a holy site because there's now 4 Dahan present. And then I will use our innate to push this town also into this land. And then let's hope that wetlands doesn't come up next turn. But it's not likely, so we will see. And then we can probably ping this explorer out with flash floods next turn. Don't build there. Yeah, that seems good. Okay, so we've used all of that. We have gained the energy from River's Bounty. Time passes. We G2 again. Put a presence here and a presence here. We can reclaim 1 card, which will be River's Bounty. Then we play these 3. Gain, pay. We use flash floods to kill this explorer. Use Boon of Vigor to generate 1 energy. That's all our fast powers. So then we have an event, which is temporary truce. Lands with Dahan, 1 Dahan and 1 town city do not participate in ravages. That's fine. And during the ravage step on each board, skip 1 ravage action and in each land with beast 1 damage per beast. That's fine. For each board 1 fear if any Dahan are in lands of town cities. So we generate 1 fear. Then we ravage, we blight here, we build in mountains and gather an extra town in. And then we explore in mountains. Here and here. And we have an escalation. We need to add 2 towns to the land with the fewest towns. Okay. So let's do this here and here, I think. Okay, so we blight here next turn, and then there's going to be another ravage the turn after, and this is kind of our off turn, so we might produce 2 blight here, which means that I would really like to prevent stuff going wrong here, but this just happens innately at the moment, so that's fine. Yeah, let's use our massive flooding here to do 2 damage to this town, and then push 1, 2, 3 towns into this land, and then this town gets destroyed because it's no longer durable. It means we now have 6 damage in this land. Yeah, that's fine. So add a Dahan with River's Bounty and gain 1 energy. Actually, let's not do it like this. Let's gather 2 Dahan here and then get 1 extra Dahan here, just to have them distributed a little more. We can think about where we want everything later. Okay, so all our innates and all our powers. So time passes. We reclaim here, gain 1 energy and gain a minor. There's Elemental Boon, there's Call to Isolation. Call to Isolation should be pretty strong for us. Elemental Boon allows us to get our innate this turn. Yeah, no, we take Call to Isolation, I think. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with it this turn. We could also take Elemental Boon. It allows us to play Wash Away and River's Bounty this turn, which would maybe, because then we can use Elemental Boon to trigger our innate next turn. So they build another 2 towns here after ravaging. So then I could push 1 town out. I'm just thinking about the loss condition. But we will take the loss condition there next turn. I don't think we can prevent this. Right? Like, even if we play Wash Away, they build 2 towns, they gather a town, so they have 4 towns and 2 explorers in there. So if I push 3 towns out, it prevents the loss condition here. Okay, let's grab Elemental Boon because it gives us some flexibility. And let's play this and this. And let's actually move to Dahan here so that we have defend there in case we get 1 extra damage here. So this turns this into a holy site. We get defend 1. This technically no longer is a holy site, but that's fine. Also, let's move them like this to ensure that cultural assimilation is not a problem. Yeah, that looks fine. Game pay. We don't have fast powers, so we have an event, which is the struggles of growth. That's kind of not so nice. The thing is that we're not going to put out that much presence anymore. Well, 2 presence next turn. So maybe we just do this. Yeah. Let's remove this presence and this presence for now. And then we gain a power card, which will be remove blight. So renewing boon is again one of these cards that in single player is a lot stronger than in multiplayer because you can just target yourself and then you get to remove a blight there and add a destroyed presence. I think doing so is useful for us. I mean, this is 2 damage, which is like 1 damage and another damage in an adjacent land, which is useful for dealing with cities. It's also useful for dealing with a city that was built like I don't think that's a problem that we are going to run into too soon. I think just having lost 2 presence, I will take Renewing Boon. Okay. Then ignore diseases, that's fine. And when invaders ravage, if it enters the hand, defend 2, that's also fine. No fear cards, ravage in mountains, this guy dies, we blight here, but no loss condition. We build in mountains, nothing here. Add 2 towns here. Then we gather. Let's gather this town there. And then we explore in coastal lands. Okay. Then we can use Wash Away to push another 3 towns out of this land. Yeah, okay. Let's use River's Bounty. Gather these 2 Dahan into this wetland. Add an extra Dahan. Gain 1 energy. Let's use our Innate to push an Explorer town. Push this town into this wetland. Don't like these big towers. I also don't like not seeing my Dahan. And then we use Wash Away to push 3 towns into this land, so that again we don't take a loss condition there, but we blight another time. We will blight here and bleed into this wetland, but that's fine. Yeah, that's that. So time passes. We G2 again. We certainly want this presence back so that we have our connected river still going. And I guess I'll place one here. And then move these 2 Dahan like again so that we have them available if we need them here. Reclaim. 5 energy. Do we just reclaim Wash Away? Try it like this. This triggers the Innate if we wanted to. So Ravage here, Blight here and here. Yeah, seems fine. Let's play it like this. Do we have energy for next turn? We gain 1, 2, 3. So yeah, that's enough. So pay, flip. So we have gained these elements. That's important in case we need to forget Elemental Boon. Then we do our fast powers. So yeah, we use Elemental Boon for these 3 elements. We use Boon of Vigor to gain 1 energy. We use Flash Floods to damage this city. Then we have an event, which is Distant Exploration. No, yes. So Explorers +1 range, that's fine. Board choose a land with disease, we don't have those, and 1 fear per land with invaders, where Dahan outnumber towns and cities. That's 2 fear. We generate our first fear card of the game, which we then execute. It's Angry Mob, replace a town with 2 explorers, 2 fear per player who does. I mean, I don't know whether we actually want that. I guess there's no strong reason not to. Then we ravage in mountains, we do 6 damage here, we blight, and we flip our blight card. It is thriving communities in 4 different lands with explorers towns, replace 1 town with 1 city. Oh no. How bad is that? So we can target this land, this land, this land, and this land. And then we build a city here. Yeah, that seems better than the alternatives. So this becomes a town, this becomes a town, this becomes a town, and this becomes a town. Should have ravaged here first, and we could have put the town in here. That was silly of me. Then we need to cascade, then we ravage here, so this is still 2 damage, and we have a holy site and 4 Dahan, so this we have 1 defense, so this town just dies in the ravage. And we build in coastal lands, we now build a city here. Is this where we do the reminder card? Yes it is, fuck, that's not good. Oh, gather of course, gather a town here and a town here. And then exploring sands. Habsburg escalation doesn't happen anymore because we have 5 blight on the board. And then we add a city to a coastal land without city, and we add a town to each to 3 of the inland lands with the fewest blights. So here, and then here again. Okay. Yeah. Now we have this city and this city to deal with. I guess we will just like take some blights there and ravage a bit. So yeah, let's use wash away and push these 2 towns in here. Let's use we have not played that card, okay. It's lucky that this holy site here survived. Our innate, and do 2 damage to everything in this land, which destroys this city, this town, this town, this town, this town, and these 3 explorers. And then we can use renewing boon. I think we will actually leave the blight on the board. Just use it here to get the destroyed presence back. Maybe even here. Yeah, and then 10 passes. We reclaim all, we gain 1 energy, and we gain a minor. And there's nothing that is super exciting to me. I might actually just take something like Pull Beneath to be able to gain some more damage against cities. So let's move these 2 Dahan here. That means we destroy both cities in the ravage. They do 5 damage each, take 2 Dahan out, and then succumb to the surviving Dahan. 2 more blight. So I guess we want to play probably wash away. Certainly River's Bounty. It's probably Boon of Vigor, because we're running low on energy. And we don't really need flash floods, right? So we can just use elemental boon and renewing boon. Or renewing boon and pull beneath. That's all the elements we need, right? Yeah. We can heal a blight here or so. Yeah, this town we just ping next turn with flash floods. This land we mostly drain. Yeah, that looks good enough. Okay. Yeah, we use Boon of Vigor on ourselves and gain one. Oh, we pay. Gain 1 energy. Then we have an event, which is missionaries. We luckily have sun, but we don't want the extra damage from cities. That would be horrible. That's actually quite bad. This event is I don't know how to deal with this. The thing is that with the top option, if we lose a Dahan, we can't choose the wetlands, that the coastal lands that we have, or the cities don't die there. But if you use the bottom option, then each of these cities does 7 damage, takes 3 Dahan out, and then also the Dahan there die. So I think we will take the top option, because we have to. Discard the top miner. It has sun, so nothing happens, right? We push an explorer from a land with Dahan. Okay, that was very lucky. So there's no explorers to push. Then each beast destroys 1 explorer. That doesn't do anything. We return this. Next time this comes up, this shouldn't be a problem. We usually have the sun, and we will not have cities anymore if anything goes to plan. 2 fear cards. Each player adds a strife in a land with beast, disease, or Dahan. That's good. That prevents 1 blight. Let's do it here. And Overseas Strait seems safer, defend 3. That's actually also defending the coastal lands, because these currently do 5 damage, but there's 1 defend from the holy sites, and so with the extra 3 we are at 4 defense, so both of these lands are defended. That's pretty lucky, I would say. It was not necessary, we would have survived either way, but it helps. Yeah, then we ravage on coastal lands. So as I said, it's defended here, so this city dies and this city dies. Then we build in sands, build 2 towns here, gather a town, gather this one and this one. And explore in jungles. And then we still don't have to escalate because we have 5 light on the board. So yeah, then we use a renewing boon only to bring a presence back. By now this all seems not that important anymore. Let's put it nicely in the middle of the board. So let's wash away here, push these 3 towns in here. And use River's Bounty to gather 2 Dahan here. Actually, since this is now a native holy site, maybe I don't need that many Dahan there anymore. Let's use our innate. 2 damage to each invader. We do this in this land, killing all the towns here. Yeah, that's actually River's Bounty here, I think. So we pull 2 Dahan in, generate an extra Dahan, generate 1 energy, and then let's pull beneath here and ping this explorer. The land has my presence, so 1 fear and 1 damage. Okay. And then time passes. We reclaim all, gain 1 energy, gain a minor. This one is not important anymore. Let's grab Confounding Mists. Then we play. We play Flesh Floods, Boon of Vigor, River's Bounty. I think we actually play Confounding Mists and Wash Away in case they end up building. So yeah, then we move 1 Dahan here, so makes this into a holy site. This node, oh, that is a proper holy site, but this no longer is. And then pay. So yeah, then we use Confounding Mists, defend here, 4 from Mists and 5 from the Dahan. We use Flash Floods, do 2 damage in the sands, destroying this town. Use Boon of Vigor to gain 1 energy. And then we enter the Invader phase where we have an event, which is Eager Explorers? No, Xenophobia. So these 2 invaders there do extra damage, that doesn't matter. Push from Land with Beast doesn't matter. 2 fear per land with the 100 cities doesn't matter. And we have 4 fear cards. Choose a different land to isolate, defend 2. Sure, I will just choose this mountain. Skip the next normal build, okay. Remove the town from an inland land. This is the remove, right? The removal doesn't care about your ability. Cool. And then we win. That is Habsburg taken care of with Travel River. Was a cool game. I think we were a little bit lucky that the wetlands here didn't come up. Had that been in that pile, then our huge like stalling land here would of course have become more difficult. But we also didn't take a loss condition. That means that like we even could have blighted there once and been fine. Maybe the back-to-back mountain coast was also helping a lot. Yeah, I think things went very much in our favor here, but that's sometimes nice as well. Anyways, enjoy!